Do you need a clutch pedal for sim racing? A very interesting question, because to be honest, for the type of sim racing that I normally do, like GT3s, F1, hypercars, Formula cars, you don't strictly need a clutch pedal because I'm often using the flappy paddle shifters on my wheel. However, I'm getting more into driving like historic cars, powerful road cars, and I'm also driving and racing more in real life in manual cars. So I'm interested in having a clutch pedal, and good news is I've got the Asetek Initium pedal set here, and it comes, or you can get, a clutch pedal upgrade. So in this video, what I'm going to do is show you how to upgrade your pedal set to have a clutch. We're going to investigate like what makes a clutch different to like a throttle. We're actually going to even upgrade the clutch that we put on here with this clutch upgrade. And I'm going to compare it to reality. I'm going to put this on the rig and we're going to do laps at Brands Hatch in the sim using a clutch pedal and a shifter, and we're going to compare it to my experience of driving Brands Hatch Indy in real life with my manual shifter. So it should be really interesting. Now, big thanks to Asetek for sponsoring this video and supporting the series of content I'm doing where I upgrade my Asetek Initium platform, because Asetek Initium is actually like, again, I would say a platform that has a 5.5 Newton meter direct drive wheelbase. It has the pedal set that you get for $119 with the throttle and the brake not looking like this though, and also the Asetek Initium rim as well with the quick release. However, it's all upgradable. And what I've done previously in the series is I've done the first upgrade that I would recommend doing, which is I've upgraded the brake and I've gone straight to hydraulic. So we put a hydraulic brake on here and it's really good. If you have a look at the videos, it's like, wow, I can't believe you put a hydraulic brake on like this $119 set. And we also upgraded the throttle spring as well. And it's just worth mentioning price because this is $119. Like, it's very affordable for a pedal set, but it comes with no load cell and it comes with no clutch pedal. But this clutch pedal is only $39. So if my maths is correct, that's $149 to make this a 3-piece pedal set. However, the clutch upgrade is also about $119. So this is much more expensive than the pedal itself. So I've got very high expectations and demands on what this is going to do. Asetek say it should enable me to like feel the bite point more accurately. So we're going to take this $190 pedal set and we're going to turn it into something that could be fit for like a practicing simulator. Let's go. Okay, adding the clutch pedal itself was very simple. You take the clutch out of the box, you slide it through, you add a spring, and then it already feels like a normal pedal, but there's no bite point per se. I was surprised there was a metal plate in the box to add a bit more rigidity, and yeah, the clutch pedal, pretty easy to install. Okay, so I've just attached my clutch pedal to the Initium base plate, and I'm pretty happy for $39. Like, there's a metal plate underneath that goes there. There's a spring that's giving it the resistance here. There's no dedicated bite point though. It's not going to be a sensation of, oh, the clutch is like in. So we're going to see how that works with their $119 clutch upgrade kit. But I'd say for $39, if you want to have a clutch added, you're basically there. Very simple to put together, just 2 bolts needed. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. $119 for this, a clutch upgrade system. And the interesting thing with Initium is that it starts like, you know, the value for money is extremely good with the initial stuff, but then the promise of what they do, like with the hydraulic, is that this can compete almost at like the high end. It's like there's nothing really like it in sim racing. So let's see how good or not good the clutch upgrade kit is going to be. It's not super cheap, that's for sure, at $119. And I think this is going to be where the magic is. I can see that there's like some, you know, ridge stuff here going on, and I'm probably going to attach this to the back like that, I'm guessing, something like that, and we're going to see if we get a bite point, and maybe we can even adjust it, I'm not sure. So let's put this on. Okay, so installing the clutch upgrade is definitely more complicated than the pedal. First, you need to attach these struts. There's 4 bolts that go through. That's actually not that complicated. And then you put the spring on here, and this is the more complex part. You can't lazily just try and line this up. You need to get it exactly right, do a bit of push and pulling, and then you get that clip in, and everything is attached, and it looks pretty good. Okay, so the clutch upgrade kit is on, as you can see, and it gives a little bit of like a 2-stage thing. That's quite hard to do with my hands, but with my feet it's going to be a lot easier. So yeah, that's not the cheapest upgrade, $119, but again, with Initium now, This, I don't know what this pedal set really competes with, because it certainly isn't a $119 pedal set anymore. We've got a hydraulic brake, we've got the upgraded throttle, and now we've got this clutch with like the bite point as well. So this is definitely at least, I don't know, mid-range, whatever you want to call it. But let's put it on the rig, let's get to Brands Hatch, and let me tell you whether it compares with reality with driving a car at Brands in real life. Okay, so I've mounted the Asetek Initium pedals on the rig here. We've got 3 pedals, the clutch is on, and interestingly, I can 100% feel that bite point. I can feel like the dual stage or whatever you want to call it, because without that addition, I can see how the clutch spring is kind of going to be like this, very linear, and I guess that's fine if you want to get in and out. But with this addition, this upgrade, it kind of gets hard, and then bang, it gets easier. So it wants to like go in, and you can see the movement on the spring there. So really happy I did that. I think that's going to be helpful to get that realism. I've also got my hydraulic brake that we upgraded previously. And what I'm going to do, because we're driving a road car, I'm actually going to be right foot braking. This is a little tip I have. If you're trying to practice driving for real in the sim, these type of cars, do right foot braking. Obviously, if I was driving a GT3 or Formula car, I'd be using the shifters and left foot braking. Now, I've got this paired up with the Initium wheelbase, the Initium rim, which is going to be fine here as a circular rim, and also a shifter. But remember, Asetek are bringing out their own shifter and handbrakes. If you want to see me try those, put Asetek in capitals in the comments. And the car we're going to be driving, we're so lucky, this is perfect, is the Peugeot RCZ. And this is my car in real life. And I've driven this car, I've hot lapped this car at Brands Hatch. So we're going to get to see how realistic is this compared to real life. I think in real life, I was doing lap times like 103s, 104s, 105s. So if this is like way faster, if we're doing like 50 seconds, then maybe it's unrealistic. But if it's too slow, like 1 minute 10s, maybe it's not intuitive. I think we kind of want to be like roughly around that mark. So we will see. So let me jump into the sim, and we've got throttle working nicely. Sounds like my car. We got the brake and we've got the clutch. So I'm going to slot it into first, second, already done a mad shift, first gear. And let's try and do a little bit of like a mad start. Are we ready? Yes, a little bit of wheel spin. Right, second gear. Third gear should feel nice and satisfying. Fourth gear before we go down. Nibble a bit of curb, compress. And I'm going to go down here to second gear, or try to. Slam on the brakes, second gear, engine braking, and now turn it in just as I do in real life. And I have to say, so far, it's feeling pretty good. It's feeling pretty good. I mean, Asetek course is just so good for this as well. This is going to be a tricky one though. Fourth gear, and now we're going to do a mad shift down to second. Really tricky corner. Are we ready? On the brake. Second gear, edge of the circuit, hook it up, third gear, fourth gear, we're running off the circuit. Okay, so it's feeling very realistic so far. Let's try and do a flying lap and see what happens. So, fifth gear, had to look at the gear stick there. Fourth gear, getting close to that green paint, turning it in, little bit of understeer. Running wide on the curb, gonna smash the hydraulic brake again, smashing it. Second gear, we want to get some engine braking. We don't want to be on the clutch for too long. Whether the upgrade helps with that, I don't really know, but we definitely don't want to be in there for too long. Braking here. Oh, more curb than I take in real life. I can tell you for free. Fourth gear, probably here in real life, we're definitely lifting. Nibbling that curb, and then on the brake, down to second, almost running out of road, engine braking saving us. Third gear, this feels fast. This feels faster than real life, I have to say. Revving it out, fourth gear, there's something very satisfying about manual. What are we going to do? Oh, it's a 1 minute point 3. We're faster. Oh, fourth gear. And the question is, how realistic is this compared to real life? I have to be honest with you, extremely realistic. Like, if I was going to go back to Brands Hatch Indy in my car, which I'm definitely going to do, because by the way, I am doing a sim racing track day in real life I'll put links in the description, but I've booked out a circuit and it's going to be all sim races there. So if you like this, you're going to absolutely love that. Bring your car along, or we're going to have, I think, some cars for you to rent. But if I come back to Brands Hatch Indy in my car, 100% I'm going to be practicing here. Anything I would improve here, I'm not sure, to be honest. The brake feels fine. The throttle feels fine. The clutch feels fine. The rim, obviously being a circular rim, is absolutely fine for this as well. I don't need any more power in the wheelbase. So I would say this is actually a pretty good setup, a very good setup for what I'm trying to do here. And I'm glad that I've upgraded the clutch to give me that option. Now I need to think about what upgrade I'm going to do next on Initium, because we've already boosted this. We put the hydraulic on. I think we need to try the shifter and the handbrake and maybe do some rallying. So hopefully you're enjoying the series of content with Asetek. Big thanks to Asetek for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you in the next one.